repetition to your child's advantage. If you were a parent, then by now you're very familiar with repeating yourself. We repeat so many activities all day long, every day in, day out. In fact, some days it feels like our lives are characterized by the things that we constantly do, which is true. We may get bored of the mundane domestic cycles, but our children actually thrive on it. But aside from the activities we repeat day in, day out, I believe it's important that we verbally repeat many things. Those first few weeks, months, and years of our kids' life, I believe repetition, like consistency, is key to our children grasping many of our values and truths. It is also key in teaching children what we expect of them so they can make good choices. Hi, my name is Ainate Njoku. I'm a certified family life and parent coach. I help parents become intentional in their parenting journey, sharing tips, my expertise, and my experience. If you're meeting me for the first time, hello, thanks for being here. Welcome. I'd like to know you and where you're watching from. So please tell me where you're watching from in the comment section, and don't fail to drop or ask any questions if you have any. So let's get right into the video. Here are some reasons why we should repeat and what we should repeat. So the first thing is repeat what's happening next. When kids are older, you'll be able to say one direction or even a word and they'll follow through. But when kids are younger, it will benefit for frequent explanations and repetitions. For example, the kids are playing outside and lunchtime is in 20 minutes. We should explain and repeat at least 2 or 3 times before asking them to come in. Lunch is in 20 minutes. And again, in a few minutes, you must come in for lunch. This repetition gives them a chance to get prepared for what's next. This is particularly helpful. It is not going to be as pleasing as what they are already doing, but this gets cooperation, buy-in, and security, particularly for younger kids. Number 2, repeat to help clarify concepts. We tend to expect a lot from our kids. It's obvious we often think they read our mind. But what I've learned to do is to repeat the reason why along with the instruction many times. If they are doing something they know they shouldn't, there will be a consequence. But in matters of instruction or cooperation, I'll often repeat myself over and over again. For example, when they tell me something I've cooked is yucky, luckily for them, I'm not easily offended, but this is still rude. So every time this word or a variation is said, when they're served a plate of vegetables or quinoa or something good, I'll say something like this. It's very rude to say that food is yucky or bad when someone has taken the time to cook it for you. Try it first, and then if it isn't nice, keep it to yourself or share it privately. Because I give the same speech every time it's applicable, it's helping a young mind understand a broader concept. The third thing, repeat to let them know you mean business. Our children love to know we mean business. It brings safety and security. It may sound funny, but I totally believe it. If you know exactly where they stand, then it is safe. It is the same principle used to explain why boundaries are so important. Boundaries provide a clear, safe area that is not off limits. Repeating and explaining our ideas to our children in a non-confrontational situations help show them we mean what we say. If we say one thing and do another, we confuse them. If we tell them to do something and don't expect them to follow through, we lose authority. Imagine your boss said you'll be in serious trouble if your next report was late, and when it was, he did nothing. You quickly stop taking him at his word. Then when he finally did something to reprimand or fire you, you feel cheated. Our children respond to us similarly. Number 4, repeat to emphasize values. Whether we are repeating instructions or family values or general rules of behavior, the more we repeat something, the more we identify with it. Someone said we must do something 21 times to make it a habit. If you are repeating the concepts that will help one another, not hurt one another, think of the impact it will have after it is being generally accepted. After hearing it a few times, your children will accept it how the house goes. And pretty soon, you will hear them telling the same phrase to each other. It's important value phrases like this that our children remember and tell their children, who will tell their children, Who doesn't love hearing what grandma used to say? And the last one, repeat to give or to instill confidence. I believe that preparing our children for new and different social situations is a great tool. Some personalities and people find situations with many people doubting, even as adults. Imagine how it is for children. I mean, honestly, they are surrounded by others twice their size, all staring down at them. That is slightly intimidating, even for a confident child. By explaining, we need to tell Miss Julie hello when we see her, or be sure to thank Miss Nelson for the present. And when we sing in church, I want you to stand by mommy, or don't forget to say you need to use the bathroom when you have to go to the potty. We are preparing them for likely situations. When children know what's next, they are more confident. If you are going to a special event, then use the days leading it up to prepare them through explanation and repetition. I often have unreasonably high expectation of what my children should do. Sometimes, without having warned them or explained the situation, they will do naturally what children do, and I get ticked off. I have to remind myself that I'm the adult and they are the children, and it's my job to show them the way to go. Part of the way I do this is by frequently and repetitively preparing them for upcoming situations and for general rules that relate to our house. I'm surprised to find out that almost always responds positive to me when I prepare them in that way. Repetition is a favor we can do for our children. So use repetition today as in your parenting journey. Don't feel that you're talking too much. That is the way that our children gain confidence. That is the way that these values we teach our children are being instilled. That is the way we prepare them for the next activity. I hope this video has helped you. If it has, please tell me in the comment section, drop me a comment, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.